Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the February 2026 Council-wide Cub Scout Leader Meeting. It is so good to have everyone here. We got all six districts represented. Everyone is here ready to learn about what's happening with uh, uh, stuff going on with the Greater Hudson Valley Council, and of course, our main topic tonight, talking about Scoutbook. So here with us, we have some of our GHV staff members. For those who don't know me, my name is John Whitaker. I'm the field director for the Greater Hudson Valley Council. And with me, I have my field team here, Liam Montgomery, who is the
Hello.
field manager for Croton and Dutchess, Eric Lewis, field manager for the Mohegan and Algonquin districts,
Hello.
and Kim Gifford, field manager for the west side of the river, Rockland and Hudson, Delaware.
Hi.
And also special guest Dana Tavano from Pack 22, and she is a person who uses Scoutbook a lot. I'm not sure, Dana, would you consider yourself an expert?
Sorry, I couldn't unmute.
That's okay.
I've been using it since they came out with the advancement one. Um,
Awesome.
I would say that I know a lot of it.
Awesome. Well, we're probably going to need some advice and answer questions as we get along. But before we do that, if you haven't been here before, if this is your first council-wide Cub Leader meeting, welcome. Basically, what this is a monthly meeting with the field staff and some guest speakers to talk about a couple things and one main topic. We talk for about 35 minutes and then open up the floor for questions about anything that you would like to ask us a question. But today we are instead of a safety moment, we're going to have an admin moment, and then we're going to talk about five things we think you should know for coming up across the council. And then we're going to go right into Scout Book and then go right into questions. So first up, I'm going to ask Kim to talk about our admin moment, which is certificates of insurance.
So
Woo!
exciting, John. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. I always give you the most exciting topics.
Okay, so most facilities, schools, halls, firehouses, wherever you're meeting, most require you to have a certificate of insurance. You should know that our national council insurance policy. That's where we get our insurance from, the same insurance that you use, goes from March 1st to March 1st. So it is coming up on its expiration date. Some of you may have put in requests and you are hopefully patiently waiting for us to fulfill your request. We will fulfill them as soon as we get that policy update from National. Um, for those who might be new into administrative um, position, committee chair, just want to go over how do you get that certificate of insurance. Um, so right on our website, it's a drop-down box, but you could do our website /insurance. So right here, John is showing the drop-down box under volunteer resources. And you come up to, in the blue, a clickable form. Um, Okay, so we do ask that you give us a little bit of time to process that. Please don't say, I'm doing a fundraiser tomorrow and I need a certificate of insurance. We're not going to be able to turn it around that quickly. So, about 2 weeks' notice, most likely, if nothing is special about it, we can get it back to you before then. New request forms are required for each year. I just stated that our insurance runs from March 1st to March 1st. So that school that you're meeting in probably needs an updated policy um, in the next 2 weeks. Okay, so you don't want to ignore that, and then at your next Den pack meeting, they tell you that you don't have something. The school or facility might give you other agreements that need to be signed or looked at. Please do not sign anything. Anything that they're asking you to sign, facility agreement, hold harmless agreement, please send to us to review and we will sign them. You do not need to be liable for anything. That's our job. Okay. And then it's a national legal reviews those forms. So that is service that we are providing. Your charter organizations, they do not need a certificate. When they sign off on that annual agreement, it states the coverage that they have um, for being that charter organization. If they really insist, we can um, we can go ahead and issue it, but it states it right there on the annual agreement. It's, page 2 and 3, all those words that you skip over. Eagle Project certificates. So when we go back to the link, I can show you, there's information, for that. So don't forget about those certificates, that the town projects, the ones at the churches, those public places, they are going to really require that. And then accident and health forms. Um, so let's just go if there are any incidents, any health accidents, near misses, those can be submitted. So right on our website, John, I don't see the safety cone anymore.
On our website is your question?
Yeah, to submit, incident reporting.
Yep,
I'm sorry, it's right
right up
on the
top.
top. There's four things on the top: joint scouting, my council, incident reporting. So anything about claims. So little Johnny broke his arm at a PAC meeting, even though mom and dad took him to the hospital and said he's fine and they have insurance, still submit the accident in because little Johnny's mom or dad might come up with hospital bills later on, complications. We need to know about it. Um, so there's a place to submit other bills, excess coverage policy, and the parent and guardian is responsible for the claim submission. Okay, John.
Awesome. Thank you, Kim. And one other thing I forgot to put on the sheet here, but any insurance question can be emailed to ghv.service@scouting.org. Liam, if you could put that in the chat just so people have it. But if you have any insurance questions, it's ghv.service@scouting.org. Christine in the office is the one that usually handles all of the insurance. But that way, if she's on vacation, someone else can do it and handle the insurance as well. So definitely send all your insurance questions there. Whenever I have an insurance question, I send it there. Just a reminder to wrap up. We are eagerly awaiting the National Council to give us our new insurance policy. For those seasoned uh, volunteers, you probably know that this is a annual thing where we are waiting for the insurance, and then as soon as we get it, Christine gets it out pretty quickly. So, um, Joe, you have a question about insurance?
Uh, it was about insurance. You were talking about the reporting. Uh, should we err on the side of caution and just put a report in, even if it's little?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because
and
we put in near misses, you're camping and a tree falls a foot away from a tent. It's a near miss.
Okay.
yep. And also with the accidental health stuff, it happens in scouting. People get hurt, and then it are the Scouting America insurance is an additional. It covers what the participants' insurance doesn't cover. So, just an example, we had a couple of people get hurt at Thunderbird games, and we took care of them. So, but there's a process. So, this is all the super fun administrative stuff that we get to do. So, thank you, Kim. And moving on, 5 things to know. These are 5 things I'm very excited about. Just a reminder, we have a couple of weeks to submit nominations for the Silver Beaver. Silver Beaver is the highest award that a council can bestow on a volunteer. So please go ahead and nominate any worthy volunteer that you have. It's ghvscouting.org/silverbeavers where you can find that, or scan the QR code there. We also have our Wood Badge Fellowship Dinner on March 15th. That's 4 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. At James Ollie Park in, I believe it's Walden. Also returning this year, 2026, is our Earth Day to council-wide service project. So this is the patch that we are giving out. So all the scouts have to do is complete a service project in their community during the time period April 1st to April 30th. Submit a form, and then we will get you patches for all the scouts that participated. Also coming up, May 1st through 3rd is our council camporee. It is open for Webelos and Arrow Light Scouts for the day. So definitely check out that information. And there's going to be a leader guide coming out on Friday. And then, of course, we have Camp Bullowa. We have weekend programs, Dinosaur Day at the end of May, and 3 weeks of day camp and weekend camping. So definitely check out that stuff there. So before we move on to Scoutbook, I see a couple of hands up in the air. Sean, what's up, Sean?
Uh, Jumping back to the Wood Badge Fellowship dinner.
Sure.
Um, Trying to get tickets, but each of the 3 times I've tried to place an order,
Okay.
I've been bounced.
All right. So,
How so, Sean? Because is there like, what does it give you an error message on something?
Yeah, it's telling me that it can't process the payment.
I would send a question to ghv.support@scouting.org. Sandy can help you. Just curious, were you trying to do that after 10 a.m. today?
I had not tried it today. I
Oh,
tried
okay.
it Monday, tried it last Wednesday, tried it a
Okay.
week and a half ago.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so email Sandy, and she'll be able to help you out.
Because
Liz.
yeah, I mean one of the people that's going to be attending there was one of my
Yep.
mentees. I was their ticket counselor.
Okay. Yep.
Um, and I'm trying to get, myself, my wife, who was the senior patrol leader
Yeah,
for
no,
that
it's
court. And
yeah, it's not a problem. It's just email Sandy. Sandy will be able to fix whatever issue that you have with
all right,
registration.
we'll give it a
Liz.
shot.
Dumb question. Is there some sort of list out there that has previous Silver Beaver winners? Like, I know there's also pre-merger and all that kind of stuff, but like, whenever I think of people, I'm like, oh, I wonder if that person has ever won it before. And I only know like a year within the past year or so if I'm like poking around. Is there some sort of master list somewhere?
So we have a list that I don't know if we have a list. I don't know exactly where it is or how I can send it to you, but if you have someone in mind, we can find out if they have it.
Okay, I'm just curious how much people have received or whatever, because like I always think of people. So, okay, cool stuff. Thank you. If
Awesome.
I
Yep.
think of someone I want to nominate, then I'll ask you guys if they've won already.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Great. Thanks. Okay. All right. So Scoutbook Plus. This is a really great tool that the National Council has developed over the years. It has gone through many different versions of it, and this is the latest one, the Scoutbook Plus, not just Scoutbook, but Scoutbook Plus, right? So that is the old Internet Advancement is now Scoutbook Plus. And this is a tool that Cub Scout packs can use that will help you manage your advancement, your dens, calendars, activities, whole bunch of different stuff. So we're gonna talk about what we're gonna go through some screens and talk about some of the different things you can do, and then we're gonna let you guys ask some questions, and then maybe show you some other stuff and wherever the questions kind of go towards, because there's as a council staff member, there's only so much I can see, and then also as a volunteer in my own Cub Scout pack, because I am not a member of the Key Three, there's only so much I can see as well. So as we're getting started into that. Right, so this is what Scoutbook Plus looks like. So to get logged in, get started, any packs that have not used Scoutbook, um, to get started, a Key 3 member, so if you're not sure who that is your Cub Master, your committee chair, or your charter rep, must set up the unit roles in My.Scouting. So that's the position manager before using Scoutbook Plus. In the managing roles portion of it that the Key 3 can do, they can set Key 3 delegates. There they can appoint someone that's on your committee as the advancement chair, maybe the treasurer, things like that. Those permissions directly affect how your registered adult leaders can manage the features in Scoutbook. So in order to just get into Scoutbook at all, you have to either go to advancements.scouting.org, or what I like to do, because I'm in it all the time, is when I go to my.scouting.org, I just click the Scouting America web links and then select Scoutbook Plus. And that will take me right to there. Just remember, only one login per person. Don't share accounts. And if you have any trouble at all logging in, password issues, or just whatever the issues is, if you just email ghv.support@scouting.org, either Joy, Christine, or Sandy here at the office will be able to help. Will be able to help you. So the other thing, when you log in, you'll see uh, at the top of the screen, you can see when you click on the pack here. This is my pack. You can see what you're currently viewing as. So I know there's a lot of people that are dually registered in a pack and a troop. They might be committee chairs for both. You can pick which unit you're viewing, or if you are also connected as a parent to your scout, you can view as a parent as well for your scout. So this is what the pack roster looks like. This is my pack, and I've blurred out some of the information there. But when you log in, this is what you're going to see right away. You're going to see your pack roster. Adults and parents will automatically appear because it's all connected to the registration system. So if a scout has a parent, the relationship there, it'll be linked to the scout in Scoutbook Plus. If you find that your scout does not have any parents linked to them, there is a way to do it yourself, or you can email the council and we can help make that connection happen as well. So that is that part of it. Also, with your pack roster, what I like about this is in the filtered portion of it. As you can see here, if you click filtered here, you will be able to, if you only want to look at adults, you can click adults and uncheck youth, vice versa. You can look at, the renewal status, who needs to be renewed, who's eligible to be renewed, who's active. Lapsed means that they are they're not currently members, but they're not totally expired yet. Those are just people that need to renew. And then of course you can just see expired. You can also ask to see the display on the whole list, like um, like this right here, where it is just a list of your scouts, or you can ask for it to, come on, divide it up into dens. So like we have our dens here, and as you can see, we have Tiger Den, Wolf Den 7. You could be whatever you want it to be. Some other things that I have circled here. When it says here is lion, what's with this? So they're in Tiger Den. This is the last rank that they earned. So they are Lion Scouts. Also, you could see that it notes the leader in the den. So this is the den leader for the wolf den, and also here as well, den leader for the tiger den. Also, it'll show you anyone that's eligible to renew, and then these dates on the side here is their due date when they are due to renew. So those are all the things that you can just see at a glance when you get into Scoutbook. So, creating dens and assigning scouts is important. Scouts must be assigned to a den before advancements can be recorded. So the reason why Scoutbook is so important, right, is when we're keeping track of advancement, and um, this is the only way that you can record advancement now. This is in order to get it tracks throughout the years, it follows them to the troop, and everything is in there for all of time, and it's connected, and when everything is working well, it really is a fantastic tool. But for Cub Scout packs, you need to put them in dens, and then you can create, and then you can do advancements. You can create the den name. Um, and then the level, when it says level, it means tiger, lion, bear. You can add scouts and den leaders. So you'll see the create den here. That's when you do that. And then to add scouts to a den, you click one of these three, you click the three dots here next to their name and then add them to a den. Um, One of the things you can do when it's moving up time in the spring, you can promote a whole den to the next level. You don't have to do it individually. You can just do it as a den. And then there's ways to also assign den chiefs. And then also leadership roles in the dens, like the denner and the assistant denner and things like that. The other important part is entering advancement. I could not get a really nice screenshot of like um, the full quick entry, but there's a way to do quick entry where if you had your whole den working on one award, then you can fill it all in, but you don't have to do it individual scouts each time. But when you look at a scout, this is what it looks like. So this is the view of either the den leader or the parent of the scout. So like this is my daughter, and she is 50% on the way to Weeblos. And there's some advancement that I thought I had recorded. I did not, so I'm glad I checked that out. But this is what it looks like, right? So if you want to dive deeper into it, right? It says, the last rank earned was bear. My den level is Weeblos. It even says how many nights of camping she has, how many miles she's hiked, service hours. It has the relationships, so it lists her mom. Um, I don't know why I'm not there, but that's okay. And then also has current adventures, and you can see what she's earned, what she's started, and what she hasn't started. And then if you want, you can click view more, and you can dive a little deeper into what is needed to earn the Weeblos badge. And then it even goes into um, the um, the electives down here on what you can do. And then when you click the elective or the adventure, then you can scroll down and start submitting things of when it was earned. So you can see here, right, she has 60% progress done for a stronger, faster, higher, and she has some requirements already ticked off in October. So those things are there for that. Another good feature with Scoutbook that I think that is super important for units to use. I love a good calendar. I live off my calendar, and the Scoutbook calendar is a way that if you have all your families on it, you can keep it all all right there. My pack, we have not utilized the calendar um, um, as much as we could have. We're trying to fix that. But this is one that we made recently for our Pinewood Derby that we did a couple weeks ago. So we had the event location, what the details are, and then as you're setting up the event, you can say, you can submit, the location, the end date, the description. You can select invitees. Maybe it's just leaders only, which is like your leaders meetings, things like that. Also, attendance. It's easy toggle to keep track of who was at the Pinewood Derby, and then you can even take attendance of what parents and leaders were there as well. So, um, it's good to have one of your parents or committee members that can keep track of that. Then you can also use this feature to keep track of attendance for Den meetings, things like that. So Den leaders can set up their own Den meetings in the calendar, all that good stuff. And then you can add I think it's iCalendar to your phone, to your own, your own personal calendar on your phone. So lots of good things there. Also, you can utilize the email system. So Scoutbook messaging, you can send emails to Dens, the whole pack, just parents, things like that. So that's a good thing. And then also Scoutbook reports. Um, so there's lots of different reports that you can run. The advancement report, you can create the POs so you can take it to the Scout shop to order your advancement. All those good things. It's all, you can create custom reports. This is Scoutbook. A lot of it is like you have to play around with it to really get the full um, amount of what is available to you. It's a little bit of a learning curve, but when you get it, it really does work for a lot of packs. So where do you start? Uh, what I would do is you can scan this QR code, check it out online. Introduction to Scoutbook Plus for Cub Scout packs. There's a ton of online resources that you can see, and with Scoutbook, there's scouting community forums where you can ask questions, people will answer you. You can see what other people have talked about, and yeah, so that's kind of the overview of Scoutbook. I'd love to answer some questions. Maybe Dana, do you have anything you would like to add before we get into questions? Some big things that you like using Scoutbook for that you think I may have missed?
No, I think the multiple entry thing that you weren't able to screenshot, I think is the best feature because it's much faster than the old Scout book. I don't know if anybody used that, but I've used both because I was also the advancement chair for the troop.
Yeah.
So that it's like lightning fast compared to the old Scout book. The only thing I haven't used on this one is the messaging feature, but I assume it's going to probably be just like the old one.
Yep.
Jay, John, it's Joe. I got two things. So just
Sure.
because you just brought up the messaging, I can speak to that. It's not like the old, and there was a bug that was just recently fixed with the messaging. The new messaging, it's a lot nicer with the formatting and everything, but you can't attach attachments to your messages. If you want to do that, you have to go back to Legacy Scoutbook.
That's terrible.
But an overall thing, there's a forum, a Scoutbook forum that is really good to see what updates they're making because they're making updates almost weekly to the app. So if you really use it effectively for your unit, go to that forum to see what's being updated. If you have any issues, go there and post it, and you'll usually get a response within 30 minutes from somebody either saying, "Here's the fix," or we'll take that note and within a week or two the bug gets fixed. Now with the calendar, there's the ICS link. There's one for the pack, and you can have one for each unit. What I would stress, I can't stress this enough. You got to take that link and copy it into your calendar. Do not click on that link and have it added to your calendar, because then the difference between the two is If you take that link and you copy it in as a subscribed calendar, it's going to automatically update that calendar on your phone, your tablet, whatever, as your unit adds events to the calendar. If you click on the link, it's going to automatically add every existing event up to that date and never update anything. So we had some families that clicked on it and it added the event, but the event changed, the date changed. They had no idea that the event changed because they had the old time date for the event.
Okay. Thanks, Joe. So I wanted to share something else. So that QR code that I had up before, this is the page that it leads to. So this is, the introduction for a scout book. It has videos that can be helpful, and it has links to different things. So like if I wanted to see, what were we just talking about? Um, Individual quick entry here. Um, you know, it'll go into detail on how to use it, and then it'll show you how to do it. It also talks about more, it really goes into more deeper dive on, removing adventures, setting permissions, things like that. It has a video about the unit quick entry, and a whole bunch of different stuff here. So definitely you want to check it out. Um, it's a lot of information. It's drinking from a fire hose, but when you start using it, um, it's good. Even here, look, it says messaging use legacy scouting for messaging. So I'm assuming that means legacy scout book for messaging. But when it says that legacy scout book, right? So let me see if I can show you what that looks like here. So this is a little different because this is, as me as a staff member, but so Scoutbook Plus is Scoutbook Legacy. So when I click Scoutbook Legacy here, um this does not help me at all. All right. So I think I have to access it from Scoutbook Plus, I believe. Yep, so it's prompting me to sign back in. I am not a robot. Are there any questions in the chat, guys?
If I may add one more feature, it's still in Scoutbook Legacy, and I'm just waiting for the day for it to get moved to Scoutbook Plus.
Yep.
Is there's a like a financial portion to the old Legacy Scoutbook where you can keep track of pack finances. But the cooler
Nice.
thing that I like about it is that if you have a pack PayPal account, you could automatically post bills, if you will. Let's say like pack dues or maybe dues for a camping trip through Scoutbook, and then they would see it on their app, and then they could click on like pay now, essentially, and they could just pay it through their through Scoutbook using PayPal.
Wow. That's awesome. That's great.
There's one question about can we see the years of service of adult volunteers? I don't believe you can see that in Scoutbook. I did not see it when I was looking around.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Does anyone know the answer to that?
I'm the
By
one that asked
chance?
the question.
Oh,
ChatGPT says no. So I was just
okay.
wondering if maybe you guys knew an easy way to find it.
If you have a specific person, you can email the office with that support email and they
Hmm.
can look it up,
It's true. Yep.
but
Yeah, because
not a whole list.
the only place that I've seen it is like if I go into the Scout Book like legacy, go into our roster, click on the adult, then it shows like past roles with dates. But I didn't know if there was a less clunky way to roll that out in a report.
Years ago, when I was committee chair, I kept a list of leaders and their start dates. So when that blue and gold came around, I had a list of what their years were.
Yeah, we're small enough that it's easy, but I was just curious if there was an easier way.
Yeah, I just did a quick look to see if I could see like just from my personal profile with my pack, and I do not see that. What other questions does anyone have about Scoutbook? Anything? Anything at all?
I'm a committee chair, so I can check later to see if that report exists, and I can send it to you, John, and you can send it out to whoever asked for it.
Awesome. Thank you, Dana. Appreciate that.
I would just, if don't be scared. It's a lot. Like John said, kind of drinking from a fire hose. Just use it. Get used to it. It's a really great, effective tool for your unit.
Just curious, anyone here not use Scoutbook but is here because they're interested in trying it out? Anyone at all? Maybe they use it, but they want to use it better. I see Liz.
I was looking for the motivation to go into it more often. So, actually, I have
Yeah.
a question. Do you guys have who usually does all of the entering? Do you guys have like a dedicated advancement person within your packs, or is it one of those like Cub Master does it all, or do den leaders do it for each? Like, how do you? What's the best practice there?
My unit, the den leaders put it in. I'll sometimes put it in. It's really simple, especially doing the bulk update that you could have one person do it. John didn't touch into it. They updated the roles aspect of it, so you could assign different roles to people in your pack. So, like if you have an advancement chair, you could have it so that they could just do that, and that's the only thing they could also see. Uh, but just our unit, it's usually just the den leaders.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Our gen leaders do it too, and then I approve everything before I purchase.
I think it was really interesting, and big conversation piece with amongst my PAX committee right now is doing some of this research for this, and asking what's been working for them lately, and what they've been doing is putting the den leaders are not updating Scoutbook, but they are updating a Google spreadsheet, and then the advancement chair is updating Scoutbook. So that seems like a little redundant, and I think it's more of a the den leaders are not 100% willing to learn a new thing. That's kind of where we're at. So this is definitely a learning curve, but I think when people get it, it'll work out better for them. So Katie in the chat says one den leader is now assistant cub master, but now she isn't designated as a den leader anymore and can't input in advancement. So Katie, are you a key 3 member, cub master or committee chair?
Yeah, I'm a COR now.
Oh,
But
great.
previously I was the advancement chair, so I feel like I've done this before or seen it, and but maybe it's now that I'm a key 3 for some reason I don't see that functionality anymore.
Yeah. Now is this person just doing advancement for their den, like one den?
Correct. Yes.
So you should be able to assign that leader to that den, and then they should be able to do.
I
Then they
feel
should
like
be able to
when I
enter.
tried to do that, it seemed to take away her assistant cub master designation, so which I'm trying not to do.
So it's interesting. Let me pull something up really quick. One thing what I was noticing.
When you change somebody's position in Scoutbook, though, that shouldn't change their overall position unless they re-register.
Right.
That's correct. You really need the person in a functional spot. So if she's going to be functional in Scoutbook, then it's best, and she's serving a purpose of entering in.
That you have. But before that, again, this is us. This is the field staff. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Those are our emails here, and definitely let us know. And then, I wanted to give an opportunity. We have a few minutes here to answer any other questions that maybe is not about Scoutbook. Maybe something else is happening, and then we have to hop over to the Scouts BSA, the troop leader meeting at 8 o'clock. So, anyone have any questions that maybe I missed in the chat, Kim, or anything like that?
I think we covered everything in the chat.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions?
Sorry, I may have missed it because my daughter was making noise. Did you guys talk about the with the calendar? Like you can create an event and it sends everybody an email, but there's
Mhm.
not a way to send an email to subgroups without creating an event in Scoutbook Plus. You have to go to whatever we're calling it Legacy, in order to send like a message or an email.
Is that true, Joe or Dana? I believe that is true.
Wait, say that again. What was the question?
So, so in Scoutbook Legacy, I've been able to send an email to a subgroup of people or to all people without attaching it to an event. But it seems that in Scoutbook Plus, there's only event emails that are sent out.
No, in Scoutbook.
Yeah, no.
No, I haven't done it specific to an event, and Plus or Legacy. I do know in Legacy there was an option that if you check the box off, you could add future events to the tail end of.
No. What I'm asking is in Scoutbook Plus, is there a way to send a group a message without it having to have anything to do with the calendar? Like sometimes we just want to send like an email about information.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's what I do all the time. What I'm saying is I don't know if that was even something you could do in Legacy where you send a message off of a calendar event.
that's
No,
that's that's
I
the
just
only way we've been able to send emails in groups is from Legacy. I don't know how to send an email that's not calendar related.
oh
John,
no,
that was
So
in
Yeah,
your
what I'm,
slide.
we don't do it
yeah.
that way either. Ours is strictly just a message.
So what I'm looking at is when I'm looking at the messaging here, and when I click, the on the left hand side messaging, it says new email, and then when it's on the right hand side, it says recipients 0, and then it looks like I can select either via adult or via youth.
Are you
Um,
able to screen share what you're doing right now?
sure. Yeah. Hang on one second.
yeah,
Sorry.
John, you should be able to do it and just don't select, I think, where you'd add people. You could just hover where you would do it.
So like this
Oh,
is where I'm at, right?
oh yeah.
Um,
Where is that? Messaging
so
is on the left. Oh, why have I not
yep.
seen that?
On the left here, messaging, and then I click recipients, and it looks like I can just pick den 1, or I can just
Oh,
pick den 2, or do all.
is that
All that
something that was
stuff.
newly added with the messaging? Because I feel like last year that was not there.
It was
It
not
was
there.
not there last year.
So
Okay,
this is
that makes me feel better.
maybe
I had a baby, so
three.
I missed a couple things.
It was like 3 or 4 months old. Um, and then for a while, it wouldn't work if you sent it to your entire unit. That was a big bug that took a while to fix.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah, because I would like to be able to transition to one, but I know before it was saying like who it was from was saying like Scouting America rather than me, where in like the legacy one it was listing my name, but I noticed that that changed recently.
I think it still says Scouting America at like the top of the message and
Yeah,
the
but at
message.
least the from is now my name rather than
I believe so. Yes.
yeah, okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. Guys, thank you so much for attending tonight. Next month, we're going to be meeting again, third Wednesday of the month. And, we're going to have we're going to be talking about some exciting stuff that we have in store about recruiting in the fall, and talk about some of the stuff that we're either bringing back or improving, and also information about some of the fun summer camp stuff coming up as well. We're excited and looking forward to hearing from you guys. Don't forget about all the super fun events. Check out the council calendar. There's this big STEM event happening this Saturday up at John Jay High School in Dutchess County for Cub Scouts. We have the Camp Free coming up, and lots of fun stuff. So, field staff, am I missing anything? We're good. I think we are good. So thank you all so much for coming.